back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Adriana and I drive a 1992 Eagle Talon. So in today's video, we're going to be messing with the NRG quick release steering wheel, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to assemble all of that and make it work. So I'm really excited, and for anyone who knows me knows that I've been running a stock steering wheel up until this point, and I also sit extremely close to the wheel, and it's not because I'm super short. I'm 5'3", so I'm like average, but when I race, I like to sit really close because I like to feel like I am in complete control of the pedals and I can reach them plenty. I'll be full, like wide open throttle, and my knee is at a 90-degree angle. Like I just don't feel like I'm having to like stretch. I don't know. So I sit really close to it. So having a cage and having a wheel that I can't remove is kind of a pain in the butt because my seat also doesn't slide. So it's kind of hard to get in and out. And yeah, so finally have a quick release. Decided to go with the NRG wheel, and I have a little something else that's going to be on the wheel too. So I'll show you guys that. I'm really excited about it. That's pretty much it for now. I will include part numbers of everything down in the description or in the video. I'm not really sure, but I will make sure to include part numbers for you guys, so that's why you guys know exactly what I have if you want to get it also. So that's it for now, and without any further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so in my case, I'm not going to be running the horn. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be removing the wires that would normally go to the horn of the quick release. So those are not there. It's unnecessary. I don't need them. So I'm going to remove those and then move on to the next step. Okay, so now we're going to start assembling the quick release setup and getting it installed in the car. So here are our parts. We have our quick release base, we have our quick release, we have our steering wheel. So now for most people that's probably where you end, but in my case I have something for a little extra push down the track, but I'm going to set that aside for now. Okay, so now let's get into the process of putting this all together and installing it. So something that you want to make sure that you take note of is when you do install this on the steering column is to make sure that all of your dots are pointed upward to the 12 o'clock position, to the northern position, whatever verbiage you want to use. So all of these have dots on them. So you have, this is a white dot, and then I don't know if my camera will pick these up because these are just indentations, but you have your little indentation here on your quick release, and then you have your indentation here on the quick release base. So you want to make sure that all of those are pointed upwards when installed. The first step I'm going to take is to remove all of these Allen bolts from the steering wheel. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so for me, the next step is going to be installing the Nitrous override button. So this is a little bit extra step that maybe you're not going to need. Now, I do understand that most people would bolt this to the back side of the steering wheel. However, I don't have very large hands, so I've decided that I want to bolt it to the front just to bring it a little bit closer this way, so that way I'm not having to reach so far. Because even with it like this, I'm still barely reaching it. So that's what I'm choosing to do. You can do it whichever way you would like to, but I just wanted to explain that. So also in my case, I wanted to have it on the right-hand side because that's just the hand that I prefer to use. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to set this steering wheel on top of the quick release, and I'm making sure that my dot is pointed upwards on this. Line it up with the bolt holes there, and put my override button on top of that. Oop. Just kidding. And then it's helpful if you have an extra set of hands to help you. And then I'm going to set the horn over top of that. line those dots up. So now we have our steering wheel, our override button, and our quick release all assembled and ready to go. Okay, so now obviously we're in the car. So now I have my hub. I'm going to make sure my dot is at the 12 o'clock position. And I'm going to go ahead and install that here. And then I'm going to put the washer on like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and tighten the nut. So pretty simple. Okay guys, so now that I have the hub on the steering column, I'm going to go ahead and attach the quick release base to the hub, and I'm going to make sure again that the dot is pointed up north, 12 o'clock. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the Allen bolts that they provided and go ahead and get that in there. Okay, so now that I have the hub and the quick release base attached and ready to go, it's time to just go ahead and attach the steering wheel. So just put it on here, spin it until it locks in and it's ready to go. So now these wheels, they actually now have this safety release button, so that way you can't accidentally pull your wheel off. So you can't, if you pull this, it's not going to come off. You have to make sure you go ahead and push that safety button down while you pull. Oh, I have small hands. While you pull on the paddles, and then it'll come right off. Super easy. So I guess I should go ahead and take this off now, and then I can show you guys what the wheel looks like. So I went with the suede finish. Since I drag race, I wear gloves. I didn't want a slippery wheel. I wanted to make sure I can grip it. So it's just black suede with some red stitching. I'm going to go ahead and swap these out for some red bolts in the future, and this is what it looks like. So we have the carbon fiber back there, and then the button is on top. It's hidden right now, obviously, because I took it off, but that's going to be your button. So if you're real straight, it's going to be right on top there for you to just press it as you pull it off. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Now it's time for me to go ahead and install the fire suppression systems.